guys, it's another Friday night and you're listening to the Keme on the Good Citizen Radio Show. I hope you all have had a great week. I've had an extremely long week. I actually went to bed at 4 a.m. this morning, having worked very hard. I mean, this is what I used to say early on when I first started having kids. I used to say to my kids, nannies, if anybody ever complained about this person having made it in quotes that, I'd physically attack the person. I know it's wrong, but, working so hard, you would definitely get the benefit of what you set your mind to. I'm not happy about it, but it's something that I get to do every now and then to keep things moving. So today on the show, remember that the show is brought to you by CSR in Action, and it's funded by Aspire Coronation Trust, aka ACT Foundation, aka ACT Foundation, which is a grant-making organization established in 2016 to support local, national, and regional non-profits in various areas, including health, education, entrepreneurship, and leadership. And it is clear why they support the Good Citizen Radio Show. This show is brought to you because we want to encourage you to be better leaders. We know that the average Nigerian is a great leader. There's a leader sitting within you, and we want you to unleash that leader. I don't want us waiting for the president or the governor or the person whose House of Rep for whatever constituency, or your boss to be a leader, or your father or your mother. You have an opportunity to every time step into a situation. Take, for instance, recently there's a popular or intellectual WhatsApp group that I'm a part of, and somebody put up on the group that Babajide Sanwo-Olu's government is one that is reflective of the Wazobia ideology of Nigeria. And, he had put this up. He was excited about it. And somebody said, oh, please don't call Joe Igbokwe. He does not represent the Igbo race. And somebody else, and he said, because he is Osu. And I was in shock. Actually, I noticed this chat because some other guy came on the group and he was like, what are you talking about? What exactly are you talking about? Are we still having this conversation in 2019? And, a few of us chipped in our voices and said, you can't be talking about that. Imagine that we're part of a group like this, a part of people who consider themselves intellectuals, and somebody is talking about Osu. Osu is the Igbo caste system where people for generations are considered to be beneath the other people in that particular community for something that, they have no control over. So maybe at some point they were made slaves, or at some point somebody in their generation did something that they shouldn't have done, and then the entire lineage becomes Osu. And then modern day people say, oh no, we can't allow them to marry, our daughters or our sons because they are a certain thing. And unfortunately, when this person came back on the platform to apologize, he didn't say, oh, I didn't mean that. He says, well, okay, he's not Osu. He's not Osu. And I said, you don't seem to get what we're talking about. It's not about whether a person is Osu or not. Who cares? What do you have to offer? And I don't know this person, this man. And, if it doesn't matter whether or not I think that he aligns with my values or whatever, but somebody was just pointing out something positive. Why not accept it and keep it moving? And if you don't accept it, at least address what the problem is. So speaking of governance, we are actually focusing on these attitudes to governance on the show today. And the show is titled Why Corporate Governance Fails, the Human Stories. This is one human story that I've just told you about. Imagine that such a person is put in a position of leadership. Imagine what he would do if he thought that this person didn't come from the right place, the right part of the country, that this person is not the right gender, that this person is not the right color or the right height. You know how they say that research shows that people who are not as tall do not get the same opportunities as people who are tall. So this person will now say, no, you are not the right height, you cannot represent me. So we do need to be careful about how we speak or carry ourselves or deal with other people. We need to show a lot of love and empathy all the time. This is a show that we would have lots and lots of discussions. It's just me and you, my devoted audience, and I would really love for us to, call early, for us to have a discussion about governance and governance issues. Remember, the number to call is 0700 923 923 93. Again, is 0700 923 923 93. So corporate governance has become a burning issue all over the world, and governance by itself is a key organizational issue. And, managers are constantly faced with leadership responsibilities that they constantly have to make or revise or change in order to advance their organizational goals and targets. It can be mainly focused on control in order that people do not inadvertently step out of line or cause damage to the company or to themselves. And it was also cover leadership and commitment to support an agile approach. Now, when I talk about corporate governance, I'm talking about corporate in the dictionary. Hello? Hello? We have a caller. Hello? And we've lost that caller. To call back is 0700 923 93 93. So as I was saying, when I talk about corporate governance, now I don't want to restrict it to just business, as we know, but corporate in the sense of collective. And I am referring to every one of us, the way that we govern ourselves. Somebody shared a research or a piece of research recently that talked about why whistleblowing policies fail, because of the human element, because the human beings decide to, have pity on somebody who's done wrong. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Good evening.
Good evening. Thanks for calling the Good Citizen Radio Show. What's your name, please?
My name is Yinka from the car.
Yinka from?
From the car.
From the car. Okay. Yinka from the car. Thanks for calling the show. So, hello?
All right. Yeah, so there are two things I just want to quickly here. The first is the gentleman that made a comment about Joy Ibokwe being an outcast. I think he meant it from a figurative point of view. Now,
He didn't. He said we should Google that we would find that his generation is. So, yeah.
Maybe this is my own line of thought,
okay.
Right? This is just, I'm just going to be very, very direct.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Igbo people or people from the Igbo extraction supported PDP, right? Mm-hmm. And Joe Ibokwe happened to be a man that supported the APC, which is not the general...
The popular view. I see.
View, from that, So if you go online, once you pop the name Ibokwe, it's treated like an outcast. I think that's the angle of thinking by saying he's an Osu and all that. You understand?
I know for sure that's not what he meant, because we had a lengthy discussion about it. And what we're saying is it doesn't really matter. I don't necessarily care for him. It's just you don't go about calling people outcasts or Osu, in the literal form. He wasn't figurative about it.
Oh, really?
Yes, he wasn't. Yeah, I can assure you of that. So in terms of governance, did you have a contribution? Hello. Okay, so we've lost that caller, but nevertheless, Yinka has still won himself a nice Domino's pizza. Thank you for calling the show. So I was actually going on about the fact that leadership is not a corporate thing. It's not just about business, and corporate in the dictionary meaning is collective, and we all have a responsibility. And I was actually also talking about the fact that whistleblowing policies actually fail within companies because the individuals who ought to report bad behavior decide not to. So you decide that, hang on, this person is my friend. I know that he went in there and stole the company's money. But because I like him, I will not tell my bosses. I will not do anything about it. And this kind of behavior keeps on going on. Or, as some people typically do, they don't want to be reported themselves when they do something bad, so they will not report somebody else. Now, I want us to step back and look within ourselves. If it was you, if you ran a company, would you like for somebody to do that to you? Would you like it if somebody knew that somebody else's behavior within your company was detrimental to the company's progress and growth? Would you like it if they did nothing about it, if they told you nothing about it, and just carried on because they didn't want to be the bad guy? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Thanks for calling the Good Citizen Radio Show. Who's this, please?
My name is Victoria.
Hello, Victoria. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. I'm well. Praise God.
Okay. I like your topic because most times I've been in a position of leadership.
Okay.
Maybe at the office, as a supervisor, or even at home. So I find it strange that if I want to be a good leader and I'm like, I won't take this. Maybe you're not supposed to do this and you do it. And I say, no, I won't take it.
Yes.
I don't change my mind about it. Even when they try to
make you feel bad.
Everybody does that.
Yes.
So what's your own, And I said, no, I will not take it. Before everybody will say I'm too rigid.
Yes.
I'm this and that,
Yes.
So at the end of the day, I just look at them and I feel so sad and weak. So now I'm even thinking, is it better for me to play along with them? Or should I just go ahead with my principles as in right and wrong?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And, wrong doing or wrong behavior or you doing what you're not supposed to do. As a leader or as a supervisor, I'm supposed to correct you and say, no, if you keep doing this thing, I'm going to penalize you. But Nigerians don't like it.
No, they don't have to like it though.
At the end of the day, I got a lot of enemies for myself, and even when the newcomers come, they say, no, this lady, no.
Yeah.
She's a very rigid person.
Yeah, but you know what? Victoria? If one of those people were ever to leave, thank you so much, Victoria. Thank you for calling and thank you for that wonderful contribution. Victoria gets to go home with a nice Domino's pizza. Thank you for calling, Victoria. So you are absolutely right. You will make a lot of, in quote, enemies. A lot of people will not like you. But the truth is that when they want somebody who they can bank on, it is you they will call. It is you they will call. So they're thinking, oh, I want to start my own business, or, oh, my brother is starting whatever business, and they need somebody that they can trust. They need somebody who would make things happen. It is you they'll call. It won't be all those guys who are sycophants and who are befriending everybody. It is you they'll call. So we're going to take this opportunity to take a short break, and we'll be back on the Good Citizen Radio Show. This is Bekeme.
The Aspire Coronation Trust, ACT Foundation, is a non-profit organization established to help local, national, and regional non-profit organizations working to address the challenges and associated vulnerabilities across Africa. Our interventions are focused on 4 key areas, which are health, entrepreneurship, environment, and leadership. We believe that together we can make a difference. So, let's come together to make the positive social impact we desire in our world.
Hello, Nigeria. We're back on the Good Citizen Radio Show, and we've been discussing why corporate governance fails the human story. And, we've talked about different things. It's literally us. It's literally us. The things that we do. We have a caller. Hello.
Hello, this is Uche Michael from Cross River State.
Uche Michael from Cross River State.
Yes, but I'm at Ogun State presently.
Okay. Thank you for calling the show. Do you have a contribution?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you do have a contribution. What do you have to say?
Yes, I have think about it. This is something you're talking about. Made me to lose a job in VGC, Lagos State last year.
Right.
Early this year, February.
Right.
I was working in a company. My boss there is from Akwa Ibom. The manager in charge of us is from my own community. There were some things going on. He is the one that brought us working there, most of us there. Like 75% of the workers have been brought by the same guy.
Which one? The one, your manager who's from your community?
My manager name is David.
Yes, so that's the person who was bringing 75% from your area.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we were working. A car will go spoiled from the company. When they are working on it, he will try to collect his own percent. And then any driver that try to challenge him, he will go and meet the madam and file off, because he was dating the madam's sister. Talk to that one will go and confuse the MD. The MD will sack that person. When he gets to my point, there was a day we have a meeting. I said, let me tell you for one thing you don't understand in a company. Sacking somebody do not mean that the company is progressing.
Absolutely
but
not.
Before you sack someone, you need to find out what is the problem. Why is this person giving headaches every time? When the first person complains, you sack the person. The second time, you sack another person. Till they sack up to 6 drivers. When they get to my turn, I told them openly in a meeting. I said, if you sack me, I will go loudly, because working here is like I'm working inside hell. The chairman of the company will come. He will say he's not seeing any progress. But when we try to talk to the chairman of the company, we will call me and say we need to see the chairman of the company.
He would be unavailable.
He comes. The wife, which is the MD. The wife, which is the MD now, knows the people that will talk on that meeting. He will sign us to assignment. Before we come back, the meeting will be over.
Wow.
To the point, I called the chairman one-on-one. I said, sir, I know you are my boss. You are not my mate in anything, both physical, spiritual, academic, everything. You are more than me. But let me tell you one thing. This company, if you continue to run this company like this, at the end of the day, the company will be folded up. As I'm talking to you presently now,
it has folded up.
Yes. So the man now called me last week, say, you don't know if I can come back and work with them. I said, I can't come and work with you, except if you want me to come back and work with your company again to start up something else. Then there are some key people in that place that will not work there again, because if those people are still there,
then I know that I'm facing the same rubbish that I faced the last time.
Now come up with idea to tell the chairman, say he's the one that brought me, he liked me, that he gave me a job, but I betrayed him. When the man told me about it, I said, good, let's be sincere. He brought me to the job. I listened to him. I did everything according to what he wanted. But I want you people to ask him a question. Can he give example of the betrayed I betrayed him? When they asked him, he could not give example. I say, I have an example. One of our car broke down in Warri. We sent the driver down there to work with the mechanic to work on that car and bring it back. At the end of the day, you came with your bill of 72,600. I said, fine, everybody have signed. When they get to my office, I said, tell me what you did on that car that get to that amount. You can take.
So they just inflate things, and the company is losing out on everything, and you're not supposed to say anything because he gave you a job. That's the sad part.
Yes, because he gave me a job and he's my brother.
That's the sad brother in quote. Your brother
goes to a point that the very day they sack me and this guy, we exchange blow in the office.
Oh Lord, Joga, you don't spoil that.
Wait. After we exchange a blow in the office, I
just
now drop a resolution letter. Just like 10 minutes later, they called me that the MD brought a sack letter. I said, I have been expecting that since, but that so I dropped my own resolution letter.
So they probably didn't do all this because you were doing your job well, okay? And so basically, what for you? What would you say to our listeners? Like, what is there to be learned out of this? I mean, there's value in the fact that you stood your ground, right?
That's the truth. Presently now, I even got a better place.
Absolutely.
That they valued my job.
Absolutely. That's what you get. Thank you. Thank you so much.
They valued me. They valued what I'm doing. But in that company, they don't know it. They don't know anything about it. And now the company has run down. I'm even thinking of, the MD will be disappointed because we brought the idea of the company, how they start the company, and the company was doing well.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Loved your contribution.
But when we leave, everything's scattered.
Thank you.
That is the only contribution I have for this.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed that contribution. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. What's your name, please?
Oh, Tunde.
Tunde from where, please?
Well, I'm on the road.
Okay, in the car too. Thank you for calling the Good Citizen Radio Show. What's your contribution?
Well, to start with, God bless that young man that just spoke now.
Yes, indeed.
We have young men like that with the principle. I think a lot of things will be done well and our lives will be better. Yes.
I agree.
I think the problem we have is just a problem of values.
Yes.
Some of us who are principled are seen as crazy people.
Yes. Unfortunately, we should be seen as a normal people, but no, we are the anomaly.
I mean, even it took some time before my own wife had to get used to it. I mean, it's not as if she doesn't have values. But
yes. But you are a stickler for what you know is right.
You know, you see someone facing one way, and then you block that person. And what I do is that I block that person and I take pictures and I send the pictures out immediately. So in the process of if somebody took my phone and broke it, at least I have evidence
that this has happened because other people haven't.
But you know, right there you see a lot of people telling you, "God, leave this person now." I mean, as if you're a troublesome person.
Yeah, it's as if they're afraid of being found out themselves, and I don't really get it. Like, yes, everybody would perhaps at some point make some mistake, but you should be ready to face the consequences if you do.
Oh, I mean, you'll see law enforcement personnel in the front seat, and this person is facing the wrong way. So,
yes, they help to encourage that. They foster that sometimes, the badly behaved ones.
The very person that should actually uphold the law are the ones who are hell-bent on making sure that
because power is sweet.
I mean, so with that kind of value system, what do you think will happen? That's why immediately when people see one person do it, a lot of people just follow suit. You know, so you stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like you're a sore thumb, though. I mean, you've managed to progress through life just fine.
Then you have?
Yes.
I mean, look at that guy. He was sacked. Why? What was the reason for a sack?
Because
I mean, over time I've learned you need to apply a lot of wisdom, especially in our clients. Of course, they will respect you behind, but they are also afraid of you and want to take you out.
Yes.
So you have to be wise.
Yes.
That is why the wisdom has to come in.
Yes.
You can't just go and say, okay, because you are principled, because you are honest, just go and report. You don't know even the top guys you are reporting to. They are the ones who are even manipulating.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But you know, sometimes it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, if you look at this guy's situation, right? He did say that the company eventually folded up, so he had kept quiet. Things will still come to a head anyways. The company will still fold up. He won't have a job still. So is it not better that he satisfied his conscience and walked away from that?
It's better. I mean, see, that's what I tell my children. When you have told the truth the first time, you don't have to remember what you have said. Just say it again. So and that has stuck with them. Don't say, I don't remember. Just say it again. You will realize that you are saying the same thing because you don't have anything to
You don't have to think about it because it's what happened.
If they woke you up, even if you are sleeping, and they ask you just say it. It is when you start saying, that's when there's an issue. So don't cut corners. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really love that contribution. Again, this is amazing. Our callers are inspired today. What I'm hearing is, doing the right thing isn't always easy, but you need to stick through with it. I mean, nothing good ever came easy. Even the things that you liked, even the things that you really, really like that the other person doesn't like, just think about it. It has nothing to do with values. If you really wanted that pair of trainers, you're a young person and you really needed to save towards it, it didn't come easy. So I think that we need to, think about ourselves as well. We're constantly blaming somebody else for things not happening right, but then we forget our own little bit. We have another caller. Hello? This is our final call. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Hi, Ndidi. You had to round it up. Thanks for calling the show. How's your week been?
You've been very beautiful. Thank you. And how are you doing?
I'm doing just great. Thank you. So, Ndidi, shoot.
Last week I was at the convention, so I didn't listen. That was why I couldn't contribute.
Oh, right. Oh, that's fine. I hope you had a great time.
Yeah, I did. I came back refreshed. Thank God.
All right.
Yes. Coming back to this topic, you see, some people think that, you understand, when people are doing the wrong thing and they cannot help it, they feel as if they should join.
Yes.
But it's not the best. It's not the best.
Yeah.
Like work. People were afraid to tell what was happening in the company. So I have to educate them. Listen, you are not reporting anybody. You are simply reporting what happened while you were on duty. I have to let them know that you are not because they were afraid they will say I was the one that came and reported this person to this. I said no. You are simply giving an account of what happened while you were on duty. And I told them that it would be better for the person to give that report so that if something comes out, the person would have exonerated himself or herself from any blame because the person had already given an account of what happened. So with this mindset, I've been trying to realize, and they're really coming up to say, during my duty, something like this happened. Who can be helping the organization? They're not reporting anybody. You are simply reporting what happened during your duty. And thereby protecting yourself.
Absolutely.
In case
anything were to happen, nobody's calling your name because you know that you did speak up at every point in time. Thank you, Ndidi. We've got to go, Ndidi. I love you, Nicole. You always make a lot of sense. Your contributions are very important. Thank you so much. Ndidi just said it all. It's never easy. You're not going to be liked, but it's something that you absolutely have to do. So everybody, you need to learn strength of character. It's never easy. You need to learn to stand firm. And then finally, we need to learn delayed gratification. Oftentimes, people think, if I speak up, I will lose out on this opportunity. I may never get another. You will get another. Trust me on this. I'm living proof that you will get another opportunity. So thank you all so much. Yinka, Victoria, Uche, Michael, you're the first 3 callers, and you've won yourselves Domino's pizzas. Please send the message with your numbers to 0906-263-4111. Again, it's 0906-263-4111. So listen up, guys, about the Domino's latest creation is sweet, smoky, mouth-watering BBQ Bus Pizza. So kind to have delivered a box of barbecue Bus Pizza at the studio, and oh my, every bite was lovely. If you haven't tried it, you have to try the barbecue Bus Pizza. It's available at any of the Domino's Pizza stores near you at only 3,000 naira. Thank you all so much for listening. Please listen again next week, Friday at 8 p.m. On Inspiration FM 92.3. Thank you to our sponsor, ACT Foundation. Thank you to the great team at CSR in Action, Dami and Kinney. You guys rock. I hope you all have a great weekend. I've been listening to Bekame and the Good Citizen Radio Show. Follow us at Good Citizen NG on all our social media platforms. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.